Hello everybody, my name is Alex Harshman with Wholesale Freedom, and today we're going to be talking about how to hire virtual assistants for your real estate business. If you watch until the end, I'll show you how you can get a free copy of the interview questions that I use for interviewing my virtual assistants. Let's dive in. What are virtual assistants? Virtual assistants, or VAs, are people that you can hire to perform tasks, and just as they sound, in a virtual location. So they can be in the US, they can be in another country, and they can perform duties that are like admin tasks, cold calling, things like that. And they can be used for a wide application of other reasons for your business. You can also hire them in a variety of different countries as well. You can do it here in the US. I hire mine in the Philippines. You can hire them just about anywhere. So why do we hire virtual assistants? Well, we hire them because they can automate the tasks that we don't want to do, or we want to hire out the positions that take up too much time so that we can focus on the things that bring us the most money and the most time freedom. For example, in my business, the filter call, the person who talks to the seller the first time, is the person who's going to spend the majority of the time on the phones, and it can be very time consuming. For that reason, that's the first position that I hire out. And because of that, I have more time now to spend on being the purchase manager, researching deals, as well as pulling new data for my list and doing all the other owner-operator tasks that I need to do. These tasks bring me the most money, but more importantly, they bring me the most time freedom so I can spend that time with people that I care about, like my friends, family, and loved ones. I'm able to do that because I know my business is still operating without me in it, and that's the power of having a virtual assistant. Next, we're going to talk about where to find virtual assistants. Just as I said before, virtual assistants can be found just about anywhere, whether it's a friend in a different house, a friend across the country, or you hire somebody out in the Philippines like myself. As far as online resources, there are some great resources you can use for absolutely free, such as just Googling virtual assistants. Also, you can go to Facebook and type in the search bar virtual assistants for hire, virtual assistants for real estate. Whatever application you're using a virtual assistant for, you can find a lot of great information. I find a lot of my VAs that way as well, and it's completely free to do that. There's other websites such as Upwork where you could post your job and they can apply to your job and you can do the interview that way. There's also paid resources such as onlinejobs.ph, which is what I use, and you have to pay like $60 a month for that. It's month to month, so you can cancel at any time, but you can post a job up there and you get a lot of applicants that way. And that's why I use it, because you can just get a lot of great applicants that way. You still have to filter them, but we'll talk about that here shortly. Now, when you post the job post, it's important to make sure that you're specific in what you want. If you have a job post for a cold caller, you want to make sure that you have all the criteria that you want the person applying to have and skill sets, so that way when you go to interview them or put them through the interview process, you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting their time. So with that being said, you need to be very specific on what it is you want and the kind of people that you want to bring to your company. Qualifications and experience are all great things that you want to list out on the job posts, so that way you can bring the best type of people to the position that you're filling out. You want to put things like what are the work hours, the work schedule, what's going to be expected of them. You don't want to leave any gray area in there so that the VA who is applying knows exactly what they're getting into, and then that way when you're training them, they don't feel confused or why am I in this job? This is not what I applied for kind of deal. Because that's the last thing you want to do, is spend a lot of time in investing in them, training them, and then have them not perform or have them quit because you didn't filter them properly or you didn't put a clear enough job post up on the page. I also like to list the programs that I'm going to be using, the softwares in my business, so that way I don't have to go and find somebody who is just absolutely beginner and train them all the way from the ground up. I like to find people who already have experience in the programs that I use, for example like Podio, CallRail, Call Tools, things like that. And one of the big indicators that I look for is somebody who has great English, because as somebody who's going to be handling a lot of the phone calls, Obviously, they got to have great English because a majority of the people that we talk to, 99% of them, are English speaking. Now, if you can find somebody who is also a secondary in Spanish or even a primary, but their English is very good, that is a very good person to have, because there's a lot of Spanish sellers who we cannot contact because we don't have a Spanish speaker. So if you have something like that, you're going to have access to a wide variety of leads that a lot of the market's not going to have access to. If you're finding any value out of this video, please give us a thumbs up, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you get notified of any time I post videos like this, tips on wholesaling or real estate in general, also when I go live. Now let's talk about the interview. So now that you posted your job posting, you should be getting a lot of applications. And if you are, that's a great thing. And what you're going to be doing at this point is you're going to want to have a process set up so that way you can filter them very quickly without spending or investing too much time, and while bringing in the best people into your business. You say, Alex, how do you do that? What I like to do is I send them through a 3-step process, where the first step is I have them send me their resume as well as anything I put on the job posting as far as initial qualifications. And I also have them send me a voice recording so I can listen to their voice, see how they sound, if they're confident. If so, I move them on to the next step. That eliminates about 50 to 60% of the applicants right there. And that shows me that those applicants normally just would not put in the work or just read what I'm posting. And so they probably wouldn't be a good fit for the company anyways. After I find all the people who have sent me a voice message that I liked, from there, what I'll do is I'll have them send me a video of why they should get the job and introducing themselves. From here, I can get a gauge of how great they are on the phone, how great they are on the spot, and also how confident they are, because that's a big key. You know, when you're on the phones, you got to be confident. You can't be talking like this because the sellers will eat you alive, and you don't want to have that conversation. And finally, if they make it all the way to the 3rd step, I actually get on the interview with them and I ask them a set of interview questions that give me a great range of details as far as who they are, what they're like, and if they're going to be a great fit for the business. If you want to check out that list of interview questions that I'm talking about, I actually have the free link in the description down below. You guys can use that for any of your hiring out positions and edit it and modify it however you want. All you have to do is click File and make a copy. Now let's talk about post-hiring. Once you've selected a winner, it's important that you send them through what's called an orientation day or an orientation. It could be either a series of videos you already have pre-recorded, or you actually meet with them face-to-face on a Zoom call or Skype and just lay out the expectations of the business and what's expected of them. The reason why we do that, it's the same reason why when we're in school, the teachers on the first day, they would tell you how they operate. Hey, this is what I do, this is what I allow, this is how many bathroom breaks you can get. Things like that. It's the same in real estate. If you have a buy and hold company and you're having a lot of rentals in your portfolio, you should be doing the same thing to your renters, or your property management should be doing the same thing. They set the expectations up front so that way there's no gray areas and everything is followed accordingly to what you want in the business. And typically when we set those expectations up front, the success rate is a lot greater than saying, here's the job, have fun, you know, and not tell them what's expected of them. What I like to let them know is I have a 3-strike system, so if they're late at all, I mean, they work from home, so there's no reason why they should be late. I have a 3-strike system that says, hey, after 3 strikes, you're out. You're out of the business. My mentor told me this, and it was the biggest piece of advice I probably ever could have gotten, because it's going to save you time and money just like it saved me time and money, is to hire slow and fire quickly. You're going to invest, that's going to be the biggest investment in your business, is hiring out, if that's what you choose to do. Because you're spending so much time educating and training these virtual assistants. You can have a lot of that training pre-recorded, but you're still going to have to invest some time in them as well, and money. So make sure that you have the right people for the business. Well, that's it, guys. That's how you can hire a VA, why you need to hire them, the interview questions that you can ask them, and the criteria that you're looking for your business in real estate wholesaling. If you found any value out of this video, please once again smash that thumbs up, Subscribe down below if you haven't already. That way you get notified of anytime I go live or post a new video. Click that notification bell so you can do everything I just mentioned. And I go live every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I post a new video every Tuesday. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And if I change it up or I happen to go live on the go, definitely click that notification bell so you can find out when that is and ask me any questions. I do a lot of live Q&As, and I want to help you guys succeed. So take advantage of it right now. Right now. As always, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.